So after they discarded you, they got bored with you, they insulted you, you try to figure out what's going on, they cursed at you, they were horrible to you, they belittled you, they gaslit you, they manipulated you, they stonewalled you, they did every and anything possible to make you feel like you were nothing, absolutely nothing. Gave it some time. Come back around. Act like nothing even happened. And then say, let's be friends. Hey everyone, welcome back. Erica here. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 for 1. I'm going to give you 1, why narcissists love to be friends or attempt to be friends with all of their exes. 2, why you shouldn't be so concerned about their new relationship or even jealous for that. And 3, what they do if you decide not to play their game or even take them back. So without further ado, let's just get right into it, okay? Now, if you decide to be friends with your ex, depending on the circumstances, depending upon how the relationship went. I mean, you have relationships that they feel it's just not romantically fit, but they're better off being friends. I guess that's fine. I mean, to each their own. Everybody has their own reasons and their own ideas on it. But in doing my research, psychology actually urges the public not to befriend their exes because they are less likely to be emotionally supportive, okay, less helpful, less trusting, and they would be less concerned about the other person's happiness. Now, there was a study made on why some people would actually still keep the connection or keep relationships with their exes. And in the study, the highest rating answer was because the relationship was reliable, it was trustworthy, and it actually had sentimental value. Now, in this same study, researchers also found that people with darker personality traits, such as narcissism, sociopathy, and psychopathy, their reasons for maintaining the connection with their exes was due to practical and sexual reasons, particularly those who suffer from narcissism. If you're the one who ended the connection with the narc, they have a I hate to lose attitude. I can't lose, I can't fail. What you've created was narcissistic injury. You basically hurt their ego in that you made them feel like you one-upped them. They lost the game, they lost control, they lost their mind. Now, if the narc is the one that discarded you and are attempting to keep you as a friend, think of a carousel, okay? Most narcissists keep a lot of their exes or people that they've dealt with within the same vicinity. But as a carousel, it goes around. That's what a narcissist does. Basically, they recycle. So while you're going round and round with probably a bunch of other exes, okay, if the new supply that they try to go after doesn't work, or if they feel like they're bored, they will attempt to hoover. When you hear the word hoover, what do you think? Think of the vacuum cleaner, right? To suck you right back in. So they'll resort to certain tactics to kind of bring you back in, where they're gonna gaslight you because you're friends. They're gonna gaslight you. They're going to throw you crumbs. They're going to be nice to you. They're going to give you attention, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then what happens? It starts all over again. So to a narcissist, the benefits of keeping exes as friends are they can have access to valuable resources, okay, which can be a number of things. But majority of time, it's due to practicality, familiarity, and sexual reasons. A lot of the time they do it also for status. So if you're at a point in your life where you have gained some form of status, they're going to try to attempt to get back into your good graces because they want to be a part of that. They want the trophy wife. They want the trophy husband. It boosts up their ego and their confidence, which we all know, narcissists internally, they don't have any type of confidence. They're voids. It's sad to say it, but it's the truth. So just bear this in mind. People with dark personality traits, they maintain connections with old relationships based on what it can do for them, what use it has for them. And narcissists, they do it because, 1, access to valuable resources. 2, because they have sensitive information on you, on your vulnerabilities, in which they can use it to exploit you and or manipulate you. And 3, well, because narcissists just do not want to see anybody else with their ex, especially if it's a relationship that could be potentially healthy after the discard phase. Reasons why you shouldn't be so concerned or jealous about the new relationship that your narcissist is in. Okay, first and foremost, what a narcissist is going to do is they're going to try to rub your face in it after they've already hurt you and tore your heart out and did everything possible to make you feel lower than dirt. They're going to go and basically expose their new relationship. Okay, they're going to be putting up photos. They're going to be doing all kinds of stuff to try to get a reaction out of you. All right, don't fall for that. Ignore them, block them, delete them, cut them off. Do what you got to do. Okay, focus on your healing. But these are the reasons why you shouldn't be so worried about it. And truthfully, why you would probably feel sad for the next person who comes in your life. Now, whether the narcissist cheated on you with the person that they are with or not long after the discard, the breakup, they are in a new relationship, situationship, what have you, okay? Understand that they're in that honeymoon phase, okay? The same phase that you were in with them, they're in that with someone else. It's the same story, just a different person, all right? They're going to basically be telling that person things about you, things that you did to create the friction in the relationship, things that you did to basically break things, why the relationship ended, and naturally it's going to be because it's your fault. You're going to be the center of that conversation. You're going to basically be the reason why everything turned out the way it did. They had no faults. They didn't do anything wrong. They were just misunderstood. Blocking it all out, staying away from all of it, resisting temptation to see what is going on in the narcissist's life is important. If you were in a toxic relationship with someone, okay, you've created that trauma bond, you've created that connection with the person. Biochemically, you've become addicted to the individual. All right. And unless you focus on just you and your healing and staying completely away from it, what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up becoming triggered. When you become triggered, it's just going to be a mass array of emotions and you're not going to know what to do. You're going to be confused. But understand, all of these attempts, all of the things that they do publicly, whatever the case may be, where you sit there and wonder, but it was like that with me. Could it be? How could they do this? How could they? It's not real. It's all an attempt to get you to react, and it's all an attempt to even possibly lure you back in. All right, so don't fall for it. And I know that there are going to be some people that are looking at me like I'm the magician giving away all the answers to the tricks. I don't give a shit. Yes, I cursed. On to the next phase. So they discard you, okay? They do their thing. They do what all narcs do. And then they decide to come back around and contact you. And you decide not to respond. What do you think they're going to do? See, one thing you got to remember is you got to remember the behaviors, the patterns, the things that they did at the time of when they were abusing you. All right? Remember all of the different movements, the word phrases, things to that effect. They don't change. Okay, they usually fall under a very specific pattern, and most narcissists will fall under one of three categories. Most narcissistic exes, I should say, will fall under one of three categories. So I'm just going to give you a briefing on each of them. The first one is the trophy hunter. The trophy hunter is the one who sees that you're playing hard to get, and they like a challenge. And even if they're the ones who broke it off with you, because you are seeing your own value, that is creating in their eyes that they see your value. But in your eyes, you think it's them seeing your value. They'll come around. They'll send you cute little text messages or try to get back into your good graces. They'll start following you on social media, start liking your pictures and your posts, telling you how much they miss you, or if your birthday's coming up. Oh, they suddenly remember that your birthday is coming up and they want to take you out for a day. Let's go celebrate and have a drink. It's about status. Okay, especially when you start realizing your own value, they start seeing it as, makes them more intrigued. All of a sudden it's, I missed you. I shouldn't have broken up with you. I realized the errors of my ways. Let's just, let's try to work it out. Let's see what's good. Let's see if we can try to make this happen. You're the one that got away and all that other stuff. It's not about you. It's always about them and what they can get from you. Okay? Recognize patterns. Recognize, especially if it's already happened before. All right? So this is not the first time, and you're going on your third, fourth, or fifth time. You should have already known. Okay? Pay attention to patterns. Patterns don't lie. All right? Second one, the mean guy or girl. Narcissists are not only men. Okay? This is where you rejected them. You told them no. No, nix, nay, I don't think so. And you are ignoring them. You are rejecting them. The mean one is the one who will go to any length to disgrace you, okay, which means they would be willing to send you messages, disgusting messages, or mean, hurtful messages. They would be willing to go online and make themselves look more desirable in the public eye and make you look like you're a worthless piece of garbage. They'll go as far as lying on you. They'll go as far as spreading rumors about you. They'll go as far as doing any and everything possible to make you look less desirable and make them look like they're perfect angels. Yeah, they'll just pretty much try to make your life a living hell until at some point, I think narcissists kind of have ADD because they get bored so easily. So just keep ignoring them. They'll get bored and they'll just move on to the next thing and just be like, oh, something shiny. But the last one is the ghost. The ghost, unlike the mean guys, the ghost is the one who just disappears. They are avoidant by nature, so they don't even like confrontation. They just are basically, they go ghost, and then they'll eventually reappear, and you'll just sit there wondering why. And if you're already familiar with narcissists and narcissistic patterns and abuse and things like that, then you'll already know how to handle it by then. Well, listen, guys, in spite of everything, one thing you can not expect from a narcissist is an apology. Okay, and if you do get one, 10 out of 10 times, it's going to be very insincere. All right, everything is done with an agenda. Right, they'll only do something if they know they're going to get something out of it. They like their ego stroked, not injured. All right, so just be very careful, be very discerning about it. And like I said, if you know that you've dealt with a narcissist, don't pay them any mind. All right, let them be the brats that they are in their own little corner. Let them throw their fits. Focus on your healing. That's the main important thing. You had a good heart. You were genuine. Okay, you had pure intentions. That's what you focus on. Continue being that person. All right? Don't let the actions of others hinder you. Till next time. Namaste.